Hello everybody. In this video, actually one of my subscriber raised three questions. So I'm gonna respond to three questions covering a general perspective as well. So before responding to his queries, to summarize, he's a 50-year-old male working in a government company. Okay. So and then he's an aggressive investor. That is the profile of the client. We'll see his questions and then we'll see what could be the solution for this query. So his query is whether he can allocate some funds to mid and small cap. Given his age and then the near time frame for the retirement, I recommend him to allocate 10 to 15%. The reason for that is it gives you the little bit push on your portfolio for the excess return. If you still want to conservatively move and have a little bit of exposure for mid and small cap funds, instead of investing separately in mid and small cap funds, I recommend you to invest in flexi cap fund. So as I told you, he is a government employee, so he will be getting a pension. But if there is someone who is 50-year-old and there is no probability or no possibility of getting a pension, in that case, I recommend strict no for mid and small cap funds, because the entire retirement corpus, I don't want to take a risk in that. So them, it is a different profile. But for him who is aggressive and who is to get a regular pension for his monthly expenses, it's okay to take 10 to 15% to mid and small cap funds and have a tenure of 15 to 20 years. Well and good. So that's a response to the first question. The second is he's asking like why don't I invest in bond directly rather than or opting for bond related mutual funds, and his concern is which is good. So first thing, in a bond, whatever return you get is a interest. Okay, so you have to pay tax at your tax slab. However, in a bond related mutual funds, all the interest will be considered as a capital gain. So here you have to pay 20% tax post indexation. So that's the first benefit of investing in bond mutual fund rather than bond directly. And the second advantage of bond mutual fund is diversification. As many people know, like for bond, if it is a corporate bond, then minimum investment should be like the 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. Even for the government securities, if we want a market price, then we should have a bigger quantum like 20, multiples of 10 lakhs and other things. So there are not much people who have those kind of exposure to invest in bond directly. So for them, bond related mutual funds are way better. And in addition to that, instead of relying on one company or one sector, bond related mutual funds gives you exposure to different category of corporates and then invest in government bonds directly. So it gives you better diversification. And the third critical advantage is liquidity. If you have a direct bond and when you are trying to sell in the market, there is a possibility either there won't be any seller, or even if there is a seller, they may ask you at a very lower price. So you face a risk of liquidity. But in the bond related mutual funds, you are selling all your units to AMC itself. So there is no risk of liquidity in this. That's the reason I recommend you to invest in bond related mutual funds, particularly gilt mutual funds, otherwise AAA rated bonds, mutual funds. So just check the portfolio of mutual funds, and then if it is a gilt, you can invest in that directly. If you are investing in a corporate bonds, then just check the portfolio of the instruments. If most of the portfolio consists of AAA rated, then I recommend to go with that fund. Okay. That's the query for the second question. And the third is whether I need to invest in ELSS. So given his age of 50 and nearing his retirement, I recommend him to go with that, because the first thing is he used to get a pension for his monthly expenses, and second, this ELSS will give a push on return so that he have a more disposable cash in the future. Assume like after 70 or 80 years, if the whatever the pension is getting, if that is not sufficient, then the ELSS investment which he made in these years will be helpful. So for him, I recommend to invest in ELSS. If someone is not getting pension, then rethink on ELSS, because ELSS have a there is a equity risk in that. If you are not getting any pension, then I advise you to invest in fixed income related instruments itself, so that you have a consolidated, one single portfolio which gives you month on month money for your monthly expenses. So that is for someone who is not getting pension. If you are getting pension, then I recommend you to go with ELSS. That's it, guys. If you have any queries related to personal finance, you can simply mail me at simplifiedstrategist7@gmail.com. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel.